Hey everybody, it's your girl Kasthebestie, and we're back with a new stream today and a new live for you guys here who are watching on TikTok, and for the people who are watching here on Twitch, thank you for joining me today. But I'm just gonna say to you, oh, wait a minute, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. I promise I'm not doing nothing I'm not supposed to be doing. But anyway, I just want to say today we're going to be talking about how to become Unf Withable. And yes, I'm using Unf Withable because I want to make sure that I'm keeping it PG just in case we got some minors in the chat today. So hey, if you're here today, if you're joining me, drop a K in the chat, drop a purple heart. Welcome to the video. I just want to say it's a blessed day today. It's beautiful outside, and I hope you guys are all having a gorgeous morning, as I know that I am. So as we get started, we're going to be speaking about what being unf-withable even means. Well, people can say it in all different types of ways. People might say being unf-withable is when you just got all your stuff together. Well, that's part of it, but maybe not even quite. Being unf-withable is really all based on your perception. It's based on how you feel. It's based on what you believe that you bring to the table in your own life, and you understanding that, hey, I actually did do something for myself. I actually did achieve something. I actually was able to bring something into fruition. I was able to create something. So then you have the ability to say, wait a minute, nobody can fuck with me. Excuse my language. Nobody can mess with me. And it's more than that. It's also thinking about, wait a minute, I can't even mess with me. It's understanding that, yes, we have to be accountable sometimes. Accountability is what makes us have the opportunity to be unf-withable. Because if you cannot be accountable for your own actions, people can play on your lack of wanting to be truthful with your own self to their own advantage. They can take advantage of that in its entirety and make that the whole situation when it's really not. So when you master who you are, you master yourself, you master the fact that, wait a minute, I know who I am, then you have the ability, and thank you, I'm your 11111 for all of the hearts, the winks, I love you, thank you so much, thank you. So yeah, you master yourself. You have the ability to make sure that you have the experience in life. You have the ability to experience what you want going forward. You have to make sure that you can't even play in your own face. Yes, that's right. That goes in all aspects of life. And I'm not talking about just relationships. It could be friendships. It can simply be acquaintances. It can be jobs. You can't let anybody have that one up to play in your face. And playing in your face starts with you, because if you play in your own face, that's the only way somebody else is going to be able to play in yours. So that's why we're going to come here today, so we can make sure we're building ourselves up, making sure that we have the ability to make sure nobody can mess with us from here on out. So a lot of the times when we're trying to cultivate our own life, we have a lot of opposing forces. And these opposing forces are not because people are just, everybody's just out to get us, everybody hates us, everybody's jealous. No, everybody is living in their own existence. Everybody's living their own life. So when you're living your own life, it's like you don't really have everybody else's thoughts and their opinions in your face. All you have is what they're showing you. So if you are showing to somebody that you are giving off that energy of, you know what, like I might give you a pass. Some people really just don't have that strength within themselves to know that a good relationship should be cherished and should be taken care of. So they will take it for granted, and they will use whatever you're giving to them to their advantage. And that's what we don't want. So you got to make sure you know what you want within yourself before you start letting anybody in your life, because if the people are already in your life are playing, if they're already playing, then that means that, okay, we gotta refresh somewhere. We gotta figure something out. We gotta stop, pause, and restart and figure out what we're going to do so that these people or anybody coming into your life going further don't have that opportunity to ever try it again. And we're gonna do that by, one, confronting ourselves. You have to confront yourself. Sometimes we have to recognize, okay, some of the situations that we've been in, while they've been not good, while we didn't want to put ourselves in these perspectives or these situations, we had a point of being in it. And that's something we have to accept, even if we're not the blame, even if we're not the ones who caused it to happen to us. We have to understand that now going forward, we have the ability to never get put back in that position again, but we have to be able to use the knowledge that we have from before to move forward into the future. And that's why they say, okay, yeah, don't bring up the past. You don't have to be stuck in the past, but what you do is you use the past so that you can move forward. Use the past so that you can be smarter. That's why I always say, it's not a problem for you to make a mistake, because everybody makes mistakes. And it's not about, okay, a mistake is something that's going to ruin your life. You don't want to be out here trying to ruin your life. If you're simply not trying to ruin your life, you're simply just making mistakes, you're just encountering people who are just not the right people. People lie, people deceive. It's not always something that you did, but it's something that you need to be able to think, oh, I just need to be smarter. It's just that. It doesn't mean that you're stupid. It just means that you were unaware. It just means you didn't have the knowledge. And that's why I'm here, because I know that you shouldn't be shamed. You shouldn't feel shame because you didn't have knowledge. If you didn't have knowledge before, you have to go to people to go and get it. And that's why connections are so important in this time. That's why it's so important for us to actually be connected with people who are going to be in our best interest. And when I say best interest, I mean people who are going to help us cultivate the dreams that we want for ourselves. People who are going to help us build ourselves. People who are going to not try to put us down. People who are going to keep on rising us up. People who are going to give us that good advice. It's not about a competition. It's not about who's being ahead of somebody else. It's going to be a situation where everybody wins. Everybody is going to come out of this situation better. It's not just one person or another. It's not one person being better than another. Everybody has their own unique vibe. Everybody has their own unique skills. Everybody has their own unique style, and they have their own unique way that they perform in life, or whether they just are the way that they are in life. Some people act and some people are authentic, and that's why you can tell the difference, because some people, they're really just been wired to act this way. And yes, that might work for them, but it only works for them as long as they are acting in that specific way. If you're not being your authentic self, you have to literally split yourself in many halves or many pieces. You have to be this person for this person. You have to be this person for this person. You have to show up like this for this person. When in all actuality, you should be able to be yourself in any single environment that you go to. But it's because we try to fit into these environments that these situations come about. And when you stop trying to fit yourself into environments that are unnecessary for your growth, you actually can sit back and say, wait a minute, actually, this is not going to be in my best interest. This is not going to help me grow. This is actually not going to make me happy in the end. It's not about what's going on right now, because yeah, sometimes things look shiny. Sometimes things glitter. Sometimes things pop out and they feel like, oh my God, can this be mine? Can this be my special thing? But it's not always the case. It's because we have to be able to have that discernment. We have to be able to have that ability to peep through and see where things can be misconstrued, or where things could be different, or where people can be hiding things in between the lines. People are not always upfront. And that's something that I've come to recognize in this world, is that a lot of people are not upfront because it's a fear of being upfront and not being accepted. And that's okay. You know, so those are things that we work through and we get past, because we don't have to be accepted by everybody. But not everybody has people in their life to tell them, hey, you don't have to be accepted by these people. You don't have to try to fit in. You don't have to be like this person. You can be your best version of you. You can be what's best for you. And the more you have the ability to just be free and be yourself, that's when you're able to really cultivate your life, and you're able to actually build and become the person you want to be. But in order also for you to do that, you have to make sure that you are healed, or in the process of healing, or at least self-aware about the things that we need to heal from. Sometimes we want to say that somebody else did something to us, and yes, people do things to us, but we have to know that we can take the blame just as much as they can, because if we take the blame, then we can change the trajectory of what's going on further. If we let other people control whatever our narrative is, or whatever it is, oh yeah, they try to make you a victim, you just have to be able to be in your own power, be in your own energy, and understand, hey, just because you play around doesn't mean I do. I don't have to indulge. I don't have to participate. I don't have to join in on the antics. I don't have to be a part of whatever you're doing. I don't have to do that. I can say no. I can object. I don't have to do what you want, because free will is a thing, and you don't have to fit in. And yes, sometimes you might lose parts of yourself that you feel like you're supposed to hang on to, but that's the part of healing. When you heal, you lose parts of yourself that you think are supposed to be a part of you, but really they're just parts of you that are keeping you stuck in the past. Really, they're just parts of you that really don't work for you anymore, and it's time to let them go, and that's okay. We let go of the past and we move forward, and that's how we can become Unf Withable. If you have the ability to make sure that you within yourself, you feel good, you feel happy, nobody else can take that away from you. And that's what you have to build. You have to build that self-love shield, that powerful aura, that happiness, that blessing energy that you have. You have to build up yourself from within so that you can understand that, yes, you have something to be proud of. You have something to say, hey, I did this, I worked on this. You yourself are a project, just the same way as if you went to school or something. You yourself, you going to school is like, okay, yes, I did this and I achieved it, but you also becoming the best version of yourself is also another secondary side mission that you have in addition to what you have going on. So once you master yourself, it makes every single thing that you have coming forward that much easier, because there's nobody that can tell you otherwise. Nobody can lead you in the wrong direction. Nobody can put you in a place where you're off your path. Nobody can take you away from what you're meant to be doing, because then you have the ability to say stop and wait, move both, look, wait, it goes, look both ways. Yes, you have the ability to be like, sorry, I'm not going that way. I'm sorry, I can't do that. No, that doesn't work for me. And it's not because you're trying to be malicious, but it's because you understand that that's who you are. You understand that you cannot do anything without being happy first within yourself. If you try to go out and you try to make other people happy or satisfy other people's needs, and I mean in like anything, like if somebody needs you in the moment, you can't be there for them, but you sacrifice your like sanity, you sacrifice your money, you sacrifice your heart, you sacrifice your emotions, you sacrifice so that you could be there for them, and they're gonna eat that up. People eat that up when you come there and be there for them when you can't even be there for yourself. And that's the thing, you have to be able to recognize that, is that you have to care about yourself more than anybody. And I always attribute it because I believe in God. I'm spiritual. I believe that there is truths within all religions. I don't push religion on anybody. What I say is that you have to be able to find the truth within yourself. You have to be able to find the truth within all of the things that are around you, because they want you to pick a side. And a lot of the times when they make you pick a side, it's because things look better on one side than the other. But it's a lot deeper than that. It's not just black and white. It's not just this looks good and this looks bad, so I need to decide on this one because this is what it looks like. No, because a lot of the times things that look good really are not good. Things that look good are really not good. And I'm going to say that 2 times because it's that important for you to really hear that. Things that look good on the outside, you have to go with more discernment. Things that are a natural temptation for you, things that naturally come to you and you're like, it's like, oh my God, wait a minute. I don't know, is this the one? Like, is this the thing that I've been looking for? Those are the things you have to really have discernment. And if you're easily like drawn into it, that's what it shows you. It literally brings it out of you. It's like a lesson showing you. You learn the lesson after you go through it, because it's like, it's how far are you going to take this? How far are you going to take this from the last time that you went through this? Because a lot of the times when we go through things, it's not that we went through it one time. When we go through things, we go through them a few times. It might be with a different person. It might be in a different perspective. It might be a different way. But we go through things over and over and over again until we get it and we never go through it again. It's like, if you know that you have $1 and you know that if you go and spend your $1, you're not going to have $1. And then the next day you get $1 again and you say, okay, well, I know if I spend this $1 right now, I'm not going to get another $1. So I'm going to wait until I get another $1 and I'll have $2. And then I can do something with my $2 so that I can go and make more money for my $2. It's like you have to recognize where it is that is coming in, that you are making the decision that is not working out for you, so that you can actually make a different decision. And that's what the beauty of having the opportunity to try again. brings you. Because when you could try again, you have the opportunity to move in a different way. You have the opportunity to make a different decision. And sometimes people don't get that opportunity. So that's why we have to cherish every single moment that we have. Because if not, then we're going to repeat the same cycles. We're going to go through the same things over and over and over again. And it's like, why? You don't want to waste your life going through lessons or going through trauma, going through pain. Like, you want to make sure that when you're going through life, you get to experience what you want. You want to be happy. You want to be able to be like, you know what? Yes, I did that. But you're only going to be able to do that if you go within yourself and you say, hey, what do I want? What feels good to me? What makes me get up and want to go do something? What drives me to keep on pushing besides the people around you? Because sometimes, yes, our families and our friends will be motivation to us, but you have to be able to find that motivation within yourself too. Because when nobody's around, who's going to be there to motivate you? Who's going to be there to keep you pushing? And I know me, I'm your bestie, so I'm going to always be there to motivate you, but I need you to be able to motivate yourself too, because that's what I want you to be. I don't want you to be here just so you could come here for motivation. I want you to understand that you have the ability to motivate yourself. You have the ability to get up and say, wait a minute, I'm actually going to go flip this and make that. I have the ability so that I could go and use my voice to project and actually bring forth the change that I want into my life. Because when you speak, you have power. When you talk, you have the ability to make change. But if you say nothing, nothing will happen. If you do nothing, nothing will happen. It's the same way as if you want a job. You want a job, you can't just expect for a job to come to you. Well, yes, people might come to you with jobs, but that's going to be something that you're going to accept from anybody. That means you're going to have to accept the standard that somebody else sets for you. But when you understand who you are and you understand your capabilities, you go after what you want and you say, okay, wait, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And while sometimes people might look at certain things as that's not important, because they'll be like, you need Microsoft, you need Excel, you need this. But there's a lot of things that you can do in life that make you have the ability to do something that somebody else is also capable of doing, but they went the other direction. Like, sometimes people have the natural ability to do things. For example, let's say some people on here, right, they make clothes. People make clothes, and some people they sew, but some people do it with their hands. And some people, they went to school so that they can learn how to do these things. The people who went to school to learn how to do these things, they had a leg up because they had people that were pushing them up into the direction that they're going in. While on the other hand, if you're doing something solo, you don't have people pushing you up to put you in that lane, to put you in the eyesight of the people or whoever you're trying to get the attention of. So when you go to school, it gives you that little push up, and that's where it's like the disconnect comes from, because they want people to feel like, you know, going to school is so much a waste of time. School takes like 2 to 3 years, 3 to 4 years. It really doesn't take that much time. You know how much time I could tell you I spent being without, I'm telling you, I would spend a lot of time being in a position where I had less when I could have had more, because I didn't want to go and push myself further, because I felt like, you know what, I have the ability to do it as I am. And yes, I do have the ability, but sometimes when you have the ability, they don't see you like that. They don't see you with that ability, because it's like, who are you proving that to? No, it's like, you don't have to prove anything to anybody but yourself. So that's how you become Unf Withable. Because once you understand, oh wait, I don't have to prove it to you, I'm gonna just keep going through myself. And yeah, I can do this, because not because you said that I should do it, but because one, I know that I have the ability to push forward. This is actually, that's my position. Give me that. I'm coming for it. So when you go and get it, it's like, who's gonna take that from you if you go get it? You can go get it, but you have to go and get it. Nobody's gonna give it to you. Nobody's gonna say, here you go. Like, you have to actually really prove it to yourself. You got to prove it to everybody who's watching you. And even though you don't have to prove to it, it's like you're doing what you want to do without actually putting all that energy into the people. It's like you're becoming Unf Withable because you are understanding your own presence. You're understanding your own aura. You're understanding the moves that you can actually make with the energy you have versus just the people who are around you. You understand that you can make a path through some bushes that are blocking your way easily if you can put in the effort for yourself and understand which direction you're going. Because once you find out the direction, it's easy to push through. All you need to know is which way you're going. Say if you're inside a maze is going to go in all different directions, but overall you're still going to be trying to get off on the other end. You're still trying to be getting out at the other side of the maze. And so if you understand you're trying to get out the maze, why are you gonna, you could literally just, like, I watched Harry Potter, and in Harry Potter, I was like, you know what? I understand why they did it. They didn't walk through all those bushes and stuff, because those trees were attacking people and taking people out. But in my eyes, if we were not inside of a magical world, I literally would just cut down the path. You cut your own path. You talk about anything that you want to do, you can do it. You just have to make your own path, or you got to follow somebody else's. And it's like, you don't even know what somebody else had to go through to get to the path that they got to. You don't know what they had to experience in order for them to get to the place that they are. So it's like, you have to make sure you're understanding what you want. Because imagine you go on a long journey. And a lot of people do this, because a lot of people, they go to school and they don't know what class they want to take. They don't know what they want to do in school. And they ended up in a certain profession and they don't even like it. That's why it's like, you don't have to rush into things. Understand who you are first, and then you go into that direction. Don't let people pressure you. Because sometimes, yes, when you make a decision about your life, about big things that are happening for yourself, you cannot rush it. You have to take the time. Because if not, you're going to be in a position where you're like, I don't want to do this. This is not for me. And it's like, you have to recognize what you really want, because then you'll know, okay, this is worth it, because I do want this. I don't want it just for the money. I want it because overall, in the end, when I get to be like 60 years old, 70 years old, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be sitting in my bed, in my cabana. I'm going to be sitting, drinking my little pineapple pina colada, whether it has alcohol or non-alcohol, whatever. I'm going to be sitting there. I'm going to be playing tennis, or I'm going to be on an island. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be going to, like, you got to understand what you want, and understand, okay, if what I'm doing right now is going to make it possible for me to get there. Because sometimes that's just what it is. It's like, okay, yes, you could be putting this effort in, but is with this effort, is it going to help you get to this point? Or is it baby steps? It's like, you got to be able to build. When you build, you got to build a foundation. It's like on a house. You say you build your foundation, right? Your foundation is built up of all the things you know about yourself. And then you build up, and you're like, okay, the next step is for me to hone in on that. What are the things that I can get into creatively that help me with building this next tier? So you knowing yourself will help you hone in on the things that you're trying to target in on. Then you put the work into play, and you start doing it and actually using the knowledge that you know, keep using everything that you've learned to apply to keep moving forward, to build yourself up, continue building yourself up. After that point, you get to that next level. It's like, okay, now I feel confident enough for me to step out and do what I need to do, and really be like, nobody's gonna tell me, hey, like, this is not for you. Like, you can't tell me nothing about myself. How are you gonna tell me about me? That's how you become Unf Withable. People can only F with you if you don't know yourself. It's like, you can't even let yourself play with yourself. It's like, you cannot accept less than what you feel you deserve. Because in life, if you accept less than what you feel you deserve, then you only get what people want for you. And imagine, just think about it. If other people around you want garbage for you, and then you're just like, dang, I gotta accept all this garbage. I wonder where all this garbage is coming from. But you never said, hey, I don't take garbage. I don't like garbage. You never said that. And it's like, you shouldn't have to, but that's the world we live in. When they say closed mouths don't get fed, it's not a joke. Closed mouths don't get fed because you have to speak up for yourself to get what you want. People are not going to just read your mind, even though some people can. Some people do understand, like, the energy and the feelings and the emotions. Some people can really read you and understand what you want to know. But because they have that ability, they use that to their advantage to not give it to you. That's the little gatekeeping thing that people do, and that's okay. People can gatekeep, because that's fine. Keep that over there. Because over here, we don't gatekeep. We tell the truth. We give information. We give keys. We give gems, and we help everybody move forward, because we're all doing this together. We're all moving forward together. You have to be the change that you want to see. If you want people around you to be able to be loving and be caring, or to be able to want to go and get money, or whatever mindset you're in right now, if you want those people to be on that same type of time, you have to first log in, because then all of the rest of like the BS, it literally be like, because it can't last in the energy. It's like, right, say if somebody's a celebrity, right? Somebody's rich and famous. They got money. Like, I'm talking millionaire. And they're hanging out with somebody who don't got money like that. They're still like a regular person. And they're hanging out together. This person has all the money and this person really doesn't. And it's like, this person is carrying all the weight. They're carrying all the effort, and they can see what they're doing, but they don't look down on this person for it. They don't look down on this person for not having it. They just understand that they don't have it. But naturally, this person is going to feel uncomfortable. Naturally, this person's going to feel like, I don't have as much money, unless when they're one of those people who are greedy and they like to take from people. Unless they are one of those people, then they're going to stick around. But if not, they're going to naturally fall away, because they cannot sustain being in that type of relationship. They can't sustain being in that type of dynamic. It's too much of a shot to their ego. It's too much a shot to their emotions. It's too much a shot to their sense of self, because sometimes people hang out with certain people just so they can feel better about themselves. And it's not because, you know, like everybody is evil in the world. Like, no, just so they can feel better about themselves. And it's not because, you know, like everybody is evil in the world. Like, no. And people have those, hold on. Sorry, y'all. But some people have that emotion within themselves where they feel like they need other people around them to help them feel good about themselves. And we don't look down on those people. We don't look down on people who need that, because they need love. They need that energy. But they need to also recognize that self-awareness is what's going to stop them from having to experience that feeling of needing love again. Because once you get that love, you understand, you're like, okay, maybe this is something that I should be around. You're either going to try to be able to bring that into your own life, or you're going to try to take it from somebody else. And you got to make sure that you're that person who's going to create that for your own life, so that the people around you naturally would also have that. So that then people around you can also be in their loving energy. Because if you're not in your loving energy, then nobody around you is going to want to be in their loving energy either. It's kind of like you get what you get. Like, you give out this, you're going to get that. Is whatever you put out into the universe, whatever you put out into the world, is what you're going to get back. It doesn't matter if you get it back from the same person or not. You might get it back from somebody else. And you're going to be like, I wonder where this energy came from. I wonder where this negativity came from. Well, if you're giving out negativity, you're going to get negativity back. That's what it is. Ooh. You know, we have to do the daily mic drop. The daily mic drop. So yeah, if you're not able to cultivate something for yourself, don't expect for you to be able to have people in your life who are going to be able to sustain that. The people around you, they're probably going to be faking it. I promise you. I promise you. If they're really in your life and you can't, if you're not holding it, they're keeping you around because, one, they either benefit, or because they can't do it for themselves. So they're trying to use whatever energies they can use around them to help build in themselves. Like, some people need like 5 people to be one. Some people need like 3 people to be one person. Like, if you need to be able to do things by yourself, be comfortable in your own skin, you should be able to go outside and be like, I'm gonna go do this today, and not have to call up nobody. Even if you can't, you can have friends, you can have people who you go out and have fun with, but it shouldn't be a necessity. It shouldn't be, I have to do this, or else I can't do nothing. Like, I have to be able to do this, or I can't do that. Like, no, you gotta be able to be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go get it regardless. And if you don't want to come, that's okay, because I'm gonna still move forward. Because if I don't get what I want, I'm unhappy. That's how you're gonna feel. Like, oh, you that's how you can't even play with yourself that much that you say, I'm unhappy, now I'm making myself mad. That's how you really have to get on it. Like, you have to be to the point where it's like, somebody got to catch these lashings. Somebody got to get the understanding, like, we are not doing this. This is not what's going to be done. This is not what's happening here. I want to say hey to everybody who's in the chat today. Put some purple hearts in the chat if you're here. Thank you. I love each and every single one of you guys. We're talking about how to become Unf Withable, because it's just, I don't know, sometimes it's not on you, it's in you. And sometimes you have, sometimes you have to really like hone in on that. You have to really understand, like, wait a minute, it's in me, it's not on me. I don't have to act like this. I can go be myself. Like, because some people will want you to be like them, and it's like, nah, I'm not like you for a reason. I'm actually not like you for a reason. I was actually meant to stick out. And when I stick out, I find the people around me. That's something I had to recognize within myself as well. Because, you know, growing up, you're only put into situations that you have no choice. It's like you grow up in an area because your parents raised you there. You grow up somewhere because your parents put you in that area. And that's not because your parents wanted to do anything bad, or maybe they did want to do something good. It's whatever, what the dynamics were. It's just the circumstances were what it was. However, when you're in those circumstances, it can change you. It can bring you to be in a certain position or a perspective where you naturally wouldn't be if you weren't in that area. So when you know yourself from the inside, when you don't let the world change you, and yes, you can let the world show you what the different aspects of life is, but you can't let the world change you from within by saying, okay, now I have to conform to how these people are acting so that I can actually become something. No, because that's exactly what is not going to happen. Like, if you transform into something that other people are, you're literally going to just become one of them, and that's going to put you a part of the majority, which is also going to make sure your visibility is going to be way lower chances than if you were to just step into your own energy, just be yourself. And it's like, authenticity is very difficult sometimes, because authenticity can be very like demonized. It can be looked down upon because people don't accept their shadows and their light side. Now, shadows and light side, what's that? So your shadow side is the part of you that might be a little mischievous. It might be, you know, remember back when they used to be like, oh, you got an angel and the devil on your shoulder, the angel and the devil on your shoulder? Yeah, that's what your shadow side and your light side is. It's like the things that you would do in your happy energy and your high vibration, like the energy you're in on the natural without people around you, like when you're not trying to like be in a bad mood. Like if somebody doesn't put you in a bad mood, this is your light side. This is how you would react if you were in a good mood, if you're in that light energy. But your shadow side can really come and be formed by all the things that you've been through in your past. Like it could be through any traumatic experiences. It could be through anything that made you pretty much into a tougher person. Your shadow side is like your protector. Your shadow side is the part of you that's gonna make sure that you're gonna get what you want out of life. And that's the reason why you have to really look at your shadow and be like, I'm not scared of you. And also, you're not something that people should be afraid of. You can integrate it into you. You can integrate it as a part of your personality, because your shadow is just who you are. Like, if you're not trying to be malicious towards anybody, then that's not you using your shadow for bad. You use your shadow so that you can put yourself in a better position. People want you to be, oh yeah, love and light. Yes, you can be love and light, but you cannot let nobody play with you. Okay? Don't let anybody play with that love and light, because that love and light is precious. It's like having a diamond. It's a dime a dozen. You know how many people don't have real love and light within them? A lot of people just cosplay love and light. And that's the thing. If you really got that within yourself, you have to make sure you're taking care of it like it's the most precious thing in the world. Because imagine you are trying to just live your life, and then somebody comes and just steals your diamond ring out your bag, and you're like, that's my diamond ring. Like, are you cool? Like, like, that's mine. And they go and take it and they try to use it for themselves. Like, you can't let people use your light against you, because your light is love. Your light is giving them good vibes. So when people see that you got good vibes, some people try to take that and they try to use it against you. But you having your shadow to protect you is like, wait a minute, boundaries. Boundaries. Yes, we're gonna have some boundaries. We're not gonna let anybody keep us in any position or stop us from being where we're supposed to be. So that's why you have your shadow, to protect you. It's not so you could be like, oh yeah, like in the past I was a really bad person, and I'm gonna leave that part of me behind. No, in the past you were somebody who was trying to fight for your own Like, you were trying to fight for yourself, but you just didn't know how. And your shadow was trying to come out and protect you in any way it knew how. And sometimes it shows up in different ways. And that's why I say it comes from different aspects of how you were raised and how you lived. Because you might have been raised in a family dynamic where certain people act certain ways, and you're going to act like that too. Over time, obviously, because that's just how your family raised you. And it's like, you know what I think about is like sometimes, because I had to literally press, I am not interested on YouTube, but Blueface and Nevaeh, they would always pop up on my YouTube, and I used to be like, why is this they popping up on my page? Because I don't watch that. I don't care about that stuff. But like, when people talk about it, and all the time I see in the comments people saying like the difference in how the children are being, like, you could see the difference in how the children are acting. And it's like, it's just because when you're around a certain amount of people, like, your innocence can get altered. So when your innocence gets altered, you act differently. You act the way that the people around you act, because it's like, now I'm seeing life from this way. I no longer have that carefree, like, light energy. I'm looking like, okay, I have to watch out for this, I have to watch out for that, I gotta look out for that. And when we recognize that this is going on within us, we have the ability to heal that and recognize, okay, now that we're adults, or now that we're teenagers, or whatever age that we're at this moment, now we have the ability to move forward and say, okay, that was just a part of my past, and yes, I had to act a certain way so that I can live and I can survive through those moments. However, I made it to this moment. I did everything I needed to do. I did it so much, actually. And I'm not in a bad position. Sometimes we make it out of being a teenager in not a bad position. And that is a blessing, because some people, they go from being a teenager to being an adult, and their life's already messed up. So you have to think of it like that. Like, sometimes you have the ability to be like, whoa, I still got time. And, you know, God gives you multiple chances to restart, but you just got to be able to take it. You got to go and be like, okay, I need to take this opportunity to go and better myself. I need to take this opportunity to go do something that I want for myself. I have to take this opportunity and use it to my advantage. I'm going to make sure that I'm using the fire that's within me, that power, that spice, that go-getter energy, that tenacious energy to go and do something that's going to actually make my life better, versus going to make somebody else happy, make somebody else laugh. Like, who cares if somebody else is laughing? That's how I be feeling. Like, who cares if somebody else is laughing? I know I could tell jokes all day. I'm really funny. Like, I don't really have to worry about much about that. All I have to worry about is me moving forward. And if I'm funny, okay, maybe I can use that funniness so I can go make me some money. It's really not about making somebody else laugh, because people are going to be around for the rest of your life. You're going to see people around you every day. And the people who care about you, they're going to want you to move forward in your life. They're going to want you to do what's best for you. They're going to want you to grow. They're going to want you to achieve new things that they've never achieved. But if they don't, then that's okay. That's why you become Unf Withable, because then it doesn't matter if they're going to support you or not, because regardless, you're going to support you. You're going to have that person, and that person is going to be you. It's going to be you and your shadow walking through the valley of the shadows of the dark. Like, come on now. People are going to see you, and they're going to be like, wow, that person's crazy, because they're going out and they're following their dreams. But yes, you're following your dreams because that's what's important to you. Some people will settle for having what they don't want in life. But you don't have to. You don't have to settle for not getting what you want out of life because the people around you didn't get what they wanted out of life. You don't have to feel bad for them, even though you can, because it's called being empathetic. And exactly, nobody else got you. You always got yourself. Big facts. Because if you don't got you, who else will? It's just like that song I posted yesterday by Frank Sinatra. He said, for what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not. To have the to tell the truth. Wait. Now I gotta get the lyrics. Hold on, because now this song, I love this song so much. It gets me so excited. Wait, it says, to say the things he truly feels and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and I did it my way. When you do that, it's like, it's recognizing for real, like, nobody really is going to have you like you. Nobody's going to be able to see the things that you want for your future the way you see it. So if you say, oh yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire, somebody could see the way that you grew up or see the way where you came from. They could see anything that you have and be like, you're never going to get that. But you want to know something? That's just them talking. And that's because they want you to feel like that. They have to project that onto you, because how dare you feel like you are better than me? How dare you feel like you could get to another level that I'm not on? How dare you feel like you're doing better? And it's like, whoa there, whoa there, whoa there. Like, it don't have to be that big of a deal. But people will make it that big of a deal. And that's the energy that I like to use for alchemy. I like to transmute that energy. And just like I talk about it all the time, when I use negative energy to rise myself up, it's like that. People are going to talk about you, but you want to know what they say? They say, it's publicity. It's publicity. It's publicity. People are going to be on your back. Give them a show. If people was talking about you, oh, thank you, I got good traffic coming in. Look what I just dropped. You're giving me more motion. It's like people are going to give you more motion and more motion the more they talk about you. And that's the reason you just keep doing you. That's why people, they love authentic people, but they hate authentic people, because authentic people, they're Unf Withable. They don't care. They don't worry about how anybody else feels about them. They don't worry about, oh my God, is this person going to like me? No. They like themselves. And if you like them, they might like you too. So that's how you just gotta move. You gotta move like, you gotta know who you are. You gotta understand, like, it doesn't matter what you've been through, but right now you know who you are. And yeah, you're not gonna move the same way you used to. You're gonna use whatever you went through to push you forward, to keep teaching you so that you can keep growing. And sometimes we have to talk to people. That's one thing that's important. And that's why it's important to have good connections, not just connections with just anybody, because having good connections can truly bring you to have the ability to have a different perspective. Because I didn't have a perspective like this. Well, it took me a spiritual journey for me to actually grow my perspective into this way. But along my spiritual journey, I started trying to open myself up to different things so that I can have those different perspectives. I had to listen to people who have achieved the things that I wanted to achieve so that I can actually achieve those things too. Like, one person that I actually watch all the time, his name is Myron Golden, and if you guys look him up, I would say, yeah, you should definitely listen to him, because he talks about how in life, you're either going to settle for what you want. I mean, you're going to settle for what people give you, or you're going to go out and get what you want. And that literally made me think, like, you know what? I have been settling for what people want for me. Like, inside of my heart, I'm real bougie. Inside of my heart, I like nice things. And that's why I'm like, okay, I'm not going to settle for that. I'm going to go get what I want. And yes, you have to put in work for that. Hey, cousin. You have to put in work for that. Sometimes you have to really, really work hard, and that's okay. But you work hard now, you put in the effort now, and when you get to be my age, or when you get to be older, even like 30, 40, 50, you'll literally be able to chill. It's like when you have that ability, time is the biggest thing. You can't get time back. You can't buy time. You can buy money, you can't buy time. So you put in the effort that you have right now to move forward, you literally will be able to move forward and be in a place where other people are not at, because they're not focused. You look around you, people are not focused. They're always celebrating about trying to show off. And showing off it's okay, but you have to show off for things that are actually going to bring you to something that's going to put you in your purpose, put you in that energy of, yes, I am who I am, and I did this and this and this and this, and all of that added up, and that's why I am this. Like, I did all of this, and it makes me this. You put all your effort in, and then it creates that energy for you. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink real quick because I've been talking for like 42 minutes. I got 42 minutes. Excuse me. This is my Goya tamarind juice. Delicious, delicious. I got, the first time I ever tried that was when I went to Dominican Republic, and I was like, what kind of fruit is this? This juice is delicious. I love Dominican Republic. I'm gonna go back, but anyway, back to what we were talking about. When you put in those steps, it creates you as a whole person. It literally makes you into that. So it's like, you have to make the steps though. You have to start. You have to make the moves. Because if you don't make the moves, it's like, you can just be staring at the vision. It's like, oh, I want that to happen one day. But if you don't make the moves, you're just gonna be looking at it. It's gonna be like, a dream. I would look good in that dream. The dream looked real good. I look good in that dream. And it's like, let that dream come to fruition. Bring that dream to real life. People might think you're crazy. People might think you're delusional. I call it being positively delusional. Positive delusionality. Positive delusionality. Because when you're positively delusional, you feel like you have the ability to achieve things that are practical. You have the ability to achieve things that are able to be created. And that's how you really manifest. Because if you are thinking about yourself highly enough and you understand, okay, these are the skills and talents that are necessary for me to achieve this level. I already know I have most of those talents naturally. If I just hone in on them, if I just keep on working on them, they will eventually keep raising up. And you work on these talents by putting yourself in the fire. You work on these talents by putting yourself in the mode. Like, yes, you can practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. But until you go out and just step out and be like, you know what, forget it, I'm gonna just do it. You might be scared. But when you go out and do it, I'm telling you, I don't know. Like me, after a while, I got addicted to that energy of being scared to do something, that now I find more things for me to do that I get scared of, so that I could just be like, you know what, I did that. Like, I was so scared, and look at me now. Like, all it takes is just making that first step, and then you have a second step that you take. Like, I'm seriously scared of heights. Like, that's something that I want to overcome within my lifetime, obviously. But I want to overcome that. But I've done things that made me even recognize that I was afraid of heights. And it was like, since when was I afraid of heights? But you have to recognize, okay, I might have been afraid of heights, but I'm not going to let that make me small. I'm not going to let that make me be in a position where I'm stuck. You understand that, okay, well, I understand that I'm afraid of heights because of the danger that comes with it. And that's the only way. I feel like that's a practical idea, to be afraid of heights. But when you understand that if you go and you participate in things that are, well, you know, they're safe. If you make sure that you have protection, it's like you don't have to be afraid of things when you keep yourself protected through the situation. So that's why I say it's the same thing as when you're moving through life. When you understand that you have that protection, and your protection is going to be your self-love, and understanding that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. It's having boundaries. It's having dignity. It's having morals, having values. It's understanding like nobody's going to mess with me because I don't mess with myself like that. I don't play with myself like that. You know that TikTok that goes, I don't need to play like that. 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 Because no. Like, why would you play with yourself like that? If you want to be who you want to be, you have to really take yourself seriously. And yes, you can take life, you can be joking, you can have fun with life, you can have fun with everything you do, but you can't let your life be a joke. And sometimes people will try to make your life a joke so that they can benefit off of it. Don't let people do that either. That's why we have boundaries. And I'm not saying you have to have walls, because there's a difference between walls and boundaries. When you have walls, you're very guarded. You don't want to express yourself. You don't want to talk to nobody. You're just like I'm not talking to you. But when you have boundaries, that's different. When you have boundaries, it's just like people cannot have unlimited access to you. In the world of social media, people think that they are owed unlimited access to you, and that's the reason why you have to have boundaries. Because when you don't have boundaries, your energy gets drained. Your energy is the same energy that you're putting into the creative activities that you're putting into. So if you have people constantly hitting your line talking about BS, they talking about drama, they talking about nothing, they talking about spending money, and nothing of it is going to help you get to where you want to get to, it's like energy drainer, energy drainer, energy drainer, energy drainer. It's not because they're doing it maliciously. It's just because that's how that works. That's how energy is exchanged. So that's why you have to make sure that when you are exchanging energy, you're exchanging energy with people, one, who appreciate you, who don't take you for granted, who love you, who care about you, so that when you're putting your energy, you don't feel like you're being taken from. You don't feel like you're being taken for granted. You don't feel like you're being used. If you literally put your energy into the people who put energy back into you, you don't feel negativity if you don't speak to them in that way. You don't feel negativity if you're not able to get connected with them in that exact moment, because you understand, yes, we understand that there's a bigger picture to this. There's a bigger goal to this. There's a bigger mission to this. So you don't have to stay in a position of, okay, well, I wonder if this person's going to hit me up. Like, no. People who love you and who care about you, who want to be in your life, they will put in the effort to be in your life. And they will also give you that space so that you can build your life and so that you can have a good life. Why would anybody want to be in your life if you are not even living a good life yourself? So you have to make sure you're living a good life so that you can be in anybody else's life, period. Because then they're going to see you as a burden. Or they're going to see you in a way of somebody who always needs help. And you don't want to live in that codependent mindset. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm a victim. Or like, no. We don't do that here. In this place, we go and get what we want. And whether that's taking back whatever people took for us. If somebody try to make us a victim, we're going to reclaim that. And we're going to become the victor. We're going to be the one who overcame. We're going to be the one who's no longer in that same position. We're going to be the one who overcomes and does everything that we're supposed to do, lives the life we're supposed to live. It becomes happy in the way that they're supposed to become happy. It's just all in understanding who you are and, one, loving yourself. When you love yourself, people have to really come with it. Because if you love yourself, people have to recognize that they cannot love you in any type of way that they simply want to love you. They have to actually love you in the way that you love yourself or more. They have to love you in a way where you receive their love and then you can give your love. And it'll be an equal give and take. And love can come up in many different ways. Love is not always just a monetary value. It's not only just, oh, somebody's giving you something. It's not always just somebody's giving you love. Like, it's sometimes somebody just being there for you can be love. Somebody just being there to hear you talk. Somebody just listening to you. Somebody just wanting you to do better. Somebody just having that feeling for you to say, okay, I want you to grow. I want you to have that. So I will give you that space. I will give you that grace. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for saying what's up. And if you are catching this video live, if you're catching this video on the recap, thank you guys so much. Tap in with all of my platforms. Kasthebestie. I'm on Patreon. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. But thank you guys all for tapping in with me today. We're really talking about how to become Unf Withable. You see, you just step in your motion. You keep doing what you're supposed to do. Then people cannot mess with you. They cannot stop you. They cannot bring you to any level that they want to bring you to, because you're flourishing, you're becoming. And yes, everything's a journey. It's not going to all look perfect. It's not going to all look like sunshines and rainbows from the beginning. Eventually, it's going to build up and you're going to become what you see. You're going to become, wow, that's the dream that I had. And every step you're going to be like, wow, this is really happening. This is really starting. But it all takes you put in that effort and knowing that this is the vision. And anybody who doesn't fit in on that picture, they just can't come. And it's not anything to be mad or sad or upset or to make anybody feel like they're less than. Sometimes I feel like, you know what, it really should motivate people. When they see you trying to do better for yourself, it should motivate people. But sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. We just have to be okay with understanding that everybody's going to have their own opinions. They're going to have their own feelings. They're going to look at things in their own type of way. That doesn't affect you. What affects you is when people are trying to actively do things to you. And if they're not, you don't have to really pay attention to it. You could literally just mind your business. And I'm not saying that like, yeah, you need to mind your business. No, I'm saying like, just like I just knocked that microphone over, that was none of my business. Like, like you literally have to just out of sight, out of mind. Because when your mind is on the target, you can literally get to it faster. I listened to this podcast one time, and it was about the psychologist who was talking about how they did a study on people who actually looked at a target before they went on their path, and they felt like they truly got to that path faster. They truly felt like wherever their destination was, they got there quicker because they had their eyes on the path. They didn't take a look away. And when you start looking in other places, that's when you start getting distracted. And it's like, oh my God, wait a minute, all this time has passed. I'm getting distracted by things. that I shouldn't even be getting distracted by. And that's why you have to keep pushing. You cannot let anybody stop you. I'm telling you, when you got your goal, you go and get it. And don't let anybody join you until they show that they are on that same path. Because if they're not on that same path, they're just going to keep you stuck. They're going to keep you in the past. They're going to keep you where you used to be. And you're going to keep trying to climb that ladder. And every time you try to climb the ladder, they're on your foot. They're trying to hang on to you. You're just like, get off. Let me go. Like, you don't want that. And it's not that you should be feeling like, oh, you could go back for them and help them after. But you got to help yourself first. You got to be able to put yourself in position first. People can't expect you to give them the world if you can't give yourself the world. If you want something for yourself, you got to go get it. I'm telling you, the moment you step out and you just go and do it, you're going to see how it's like, whoa. And then after, the more confident you get in yourself, you start going into places by yourself. You start going networking with different people. You start coming into encounter with new people who are on the same level as you. And it's like, oh my God, look at these unfuckwithable people. Excuse my language, but unfwittable people. Look at all of these unfwittable people around me. Because you have the power within yourself to say, I'm not going to accept less than what I deserve. I'm not going to accept that life. That life right there, it's not for me. I'm sorry. That might be your life. It might be their life. It might be that person's life. But I don't want that life. So I'm going to go get my life. And if you guys want to come along, like, you could do the work to do it so you can get your life too. And we can get our lives together. But I'm not going to bring you with me and carry you on my shoulders, carry you on my back. Because that is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to carry people. And if you can't get yourself there first, you're not going to get them. Y'all just going to be... because you got this person just dragging their feet. Like, keep your energy in high vibes, and then keep yourself in a high standard, and understand that you are the person that you're supposed to be. I'm glad that I was able to, give you some gems, and thank you for tapping in with that confirmation, because I appreciate it so much. A lot of the times when I'm talking, I really do tap in and I channel people's energy. So that's why it really happens like that. So I never want people to feel like it's weird, but I just have that. I'm a good energy reader. And that's why I try to get on here so that I can talk to people. So people also have that ability to see and get the clarity that they need. People are keeping information from people because they feel like they want to gain off of people. And that's not what I'm here for. I'd rather help everybody progress the same way that I'm progressing, because I understand, like, there's so much in life. And of course, anytime that I understand there's so much in life that tries to hold us back, especially when you're trying to grow, especially when it's like you came from a place where a lot of people don't make it. It's like you got to really like work hard to get out of it. And it's like every second you trying to look forward, people keep trying to pull you back. And that's when you have to really hone in on it. It's like, that's where you know that you're doing something right, because nobody's going to try and stop you from doing something that you're not meant to do. Nobody's going to try and stop you from achieving something that is going to make your life worse. If they want your life to be not as good as it's supposed to be, they're not going to do, the only thing they're going to do is try to stop you by putting themselves into it. Sometimes it's just simple stuff like that. Sometimes it's like, right? Say if you know that you got to go do laundry today, and you say to your friend, I got to go do laundry today. And they say, okay. And then they call you and go, hey, you want to go to the beach and go buy some, like didn't I just say I go do laundry? It's these type of situations that it seems like they're harmless, but they really pop out, and they really can hinder us from achieving what we want to achieve. Okay, so the live set is going to end in 5 minutes. Oh, why is TikTok telling me to draw a puzzle in the middle? Draw a puzzle is really kind of crazy. What do you mean, sir? Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. All right. We're back. But yeah, the live's going to end in 5 minutes. I'm probably going to come back on here and talk some more. It's getting hot in here, I'm not going to lie, but I turned my AC off because it's a little loud. So I don't want you guys to get distracted by the noise, but I'm so happy that I was able to talk to you guys today. I'm so happy that you guys even came in. And if you want to catch this video, it's going to be on the recap on YouTube. So you can go to my YouTube, subscribe, Kasthebestie. And also, I'm going to be giving out free advice. So if you guys went ahead and email me at info@kasthebestie.com, I will answer your questions. You can put them anonymously. I won't say anybody's names, and I will just answer the questions for you guys out on my live, so then you guys can catch the answers, and then we can also chat at the same time if you guys want to get that free gems, and if you guys want to have conversation. I love you guys. Like, my besties is my family. You guys been with me since the beginning, since the journey started, since I literally was still in spiritual land. Like, I was in the clouds for a moment, like, because I was really doing all this research. I was really figuring out myself from the inside, so that I can also help you guys, so that I can show you guys the same things. Because you know how hard it is. Like, first of all, I just want to say, everybody in life has had to go through hard experiences. But the fact that everybody is still going through the same type of experiences to me is literally beyond me. It's like, that just goes to show you how much people don't want other people to succeed, because people will have the answers you need and they will keep it from you. And that's why I say, you know what? We're not doing that no more. Yeah, everything that people thought they were selling, I'm about to give it out for free. And now they're going to be upset about it. So that's why I say, you know, just like I dropped that mic, head over to Kasthebestie.com. And you can sign up for the emergency meetings if you want to pay for one of those. Emergency meeting is about 1 hour long, and you can talk to me about anything, any questions that you have. It is $99, and you know what? That is cheap, because if you've been to therapy is expensive unless you got insurance. And I got insurance, but like, it's still expensive when you have to pay for things, when you have life going on. So if you want to invest into yourself by investing into your future and understanding what you actually have coming forward for yourself, so that you can knock down any type of obstacles, anything that you're trying to escape from, anything that you need to build yourself up, head over to Kasthebestie.com and book your emergency meeting today, because I can help you at any moment. I have my schedule and I'll be ready. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? I don't feel any type of way about talking to people. I love people, and that's why I come here to talk to you guys. So subscribe to me on all platforms and follow me on all platforms. I'm about to head out, but thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. Hold on, let me put the microphone up before I say bye. It's been your girl Kasthebestie, and thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Bye. Oh my, wait, before I say bye. Oh, you too, have a great day. Of course, I look real sweaty. That's why I wanted to say before I left. I was like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. I'm putting the AC on. I gotta go.